What's up guys, today is an absolutely awesome video because I'm going over the SUI short, and this is a massive short. So a lot of golden nuggets here, a lot of knowledge. Let's go over it because context wise it was an amazing short, and I will explain why. Because we didn't take out this low and we went higher there, and we left some highs behind, and some highs behind is liquidity. So you had this high right there and you had this high right there, and this high didn't take that high. What does that mean is that you are leaving liquidity behind, equal highs. So I want to grab that liquidity and form a distribution in here and go lower, because that's what you want. That's context wise a perfect setup. Just take that liquidity, and we were leaving so much liquidity behind here. It was insane. You had all those lows stacking up at each other, all those lows, all those stop losses to be taken out. So I want to distribute right here and take it all the way to this low, and it worked, it happened, and I'm gonna show you how. Because what happened here? All right, you had some structure, and you're making a higher low, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. And from where am I drawing my range? Because I'd always draw my range when price takes its time. And what does look cleaner? Because from experience, for me it's very easy, but to explain it is sometimes hard. Because you went higher right there, you had some choppy market structure, boom boom, went lower, and then fucked around right here. You took your time, left liquidity behind, and then went higher. So officially this range looks better. So I'm drawing my range from high to low because you made a higher low, and then I'm watching for my second tap, and you already see there is a tap 2. So you already took that liquidity we were talking about on your tap 2 and didn't form a model 1 right there, but this time displacement is very shit, of course. So this is one tap on a higher time frame. When we go in the 50-minute, you see this is just one tap. This time displacement is not a third tap. So you have your tap 1 right there, you have your tap 2 right there. Why is this your tap 2? Because you deviate your tap 1, all right? And a Wyckoff model was, of course, 3 taps. So what do we want? You didn't have a good tap 3 POI for the model 2 right here, so you're watching for a model 1, and price went higher, and indeed it deviated your tap 3, which is very nice. So then you have a model 1, so you can connect the dots, your tap 1, tap 2, tap 3, and then you're watching for a break of structure. Because this local return to zone was amazing as well, only leaving all liquidity behind, no demand, anything. So we're watching for a break of structure right here, and as you can see, price fucked around right there, and you broke structure. You broke structure right there, boom, because this structure is going from high to low. So you had your structure, and then you made a higher high, and you never made a high higher than this one. So this was your structure break, but it didn't break right here because you didn't have a good close, and then it broke. So I entered my short, and this short failed. This short failed, guys. So I took an L to get a W, but it was not an L, it was a break-even trade. Why? Because when I play it, it goes lower and it goes higher again. But watch what happens, because this is this is insane. You didn't grab extreme liquidity, because this was your extreme liquidity, which my TP was, but you literally front run my TP with a cent and then went higher. But I trailed my stop loss to this high, and then it went higher. So it was not a full 1% L, but it was a loss, and we were stopped out. So I was still watching for this ID, because context wise it was still perfect setup. Don't ever give up on your setup, especially when you didn't take extreme liquidity and you're leaving all those highs below. Don't give up, because I know a lot of you didn't take it because they just gave up. Never. So you extend your range, you make it larger, and then you're waiting for your for another model. And you can see here, because it's higher time frame, these two taps become one tap. As you can see on the 1 hour, you can see this is just one tap. There's no structure in here. So this becomes one deviation, all right? And now you're watching for your Wyckoff model, which is more extended. So you want an extended Wyckoff model. This already mitigated your extreme supply right there. So is this going to be your extreme liquidity point? No, because it mitigated extreme supply. So this is only going to be liquidity. You have this high here, you have all these highs here, which was not a great high, as you know. This was just all liquidity. So what you're waiting for a model 1. All right. When that's clear, you're watching for a Model 1, let's play it and let's watch if we deviate that tap 2, because this is one tap as I just said. And you deviate it, so this is going to be your tap 1, this is going to be your tap 2, as I said on a higher time frame, this is going to be your tap 3. And now you have an extended Wyckoff model. Let's connect the taps, and then you can see we broke structure eventually right there, but there wasn't an entry possible. As you can see, there literally was no structure. Your structure break was right here, but then your RR shit. So you're waiting for an extended model of the extended model. There literally was no entry right here. What is gonna be your extreme liquidity? Your first move up before going down. This is gonna be your extreme liquidity. It's literally that easy. You put your alert there and watch for price to take out that extreme liquidity point. And what you can see there, we were going up real slow, leaving so much liquidity behind there as well, which is an amazing local return to zone as well. So this was just such a high probability trade. You took out that extreme liquidity, and now you're watching for your break of structure. Your break of structure right now was right here because you made a higher high there, so your break of structure was right here, but you wicked it. You wick your break of structure, and now you're watching for a literal break because it was a wick. So you didn't enter. If you entered here, you would be subbed out. It was stupid. You went higher again, and what was your break of structure? This was going to be your next break of structure, but you wicked it again. You had no close. So we were watching it, and there you had a close. There's your entry, and stop goes above the high, and then you target the range low. So this was a confirmed model already. This was your break of structure. Boom. And then you target the range low, and you went high there because there was some New York manipulation. You target the range low and let it play out. Stick to your fucking plan. Stick to your plan, because you were fucking around right here, but stick to your plan. As well here, you don't partially TP right here. No, you have a plan. You have a plan to take it all the way lower. You don't partially TP right here. No, of course not. If you have all those lows stacking up on each other, it's gonna take out those lows. Believe me. If you invert it as well, you can see all those high. It's inevitable to take out that. So when it was going lower, I wasn't stressing at all. You have to stick to your plan, guys. All right, we were going lower. TP was hit, and I literally took, what was it, 15-20% right there. So I only really de-risked my position. Stop went above that high, and I let it run all the way to this low. And as you can see, that happened. And when it went higher right there, my stop went to break even to this high, and it was an amazing trade, guys. I hope you understand it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and please give this video a like, follow my NX, and join the collect. See you guys.